Yeah. Did you mute yourself, or you didn't go, or what happened? Good. Very good.
Oh.
I was just kidding earlier. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to not Green Ronin Plays, fresh out the box plays Cthulhu Awakens from Green Ronin Publishing. I am the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, and tech guru, apparently, Jahan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. It's really nice to join you on your very first stream, Jahan. I feel blessed to be
Never
able to,
done this
to
before.
join you on this, bro. What have we been doing this 6 years now? It's Yetis are finicky, man. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
You know, sometimes you just have to plug things in to make them work.
That's true. That is true. It's been said. I'm looking forward to playing Cthulhu Awakens. I have very little exposure to Cthulhu, even less to Cthulhu Awakens. And I'll be playing the role of Benjamin Spiskowitz Spitz, aka Spitz. I got my Roswell Alien Museum hat on. I'm ready to go.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, and a variety video game and TTRPG Twitch streamer, and I'll be playing the role of Annette Marindale, who takes her chess a little too seriously.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jonesy, and I am the virtual tabletop product owner for Green Ronin Publishing. And tonight I've been playing Zachary Morris, our military brat, recent transfer to our small little town because his dad got a new duty station. And so, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so this is our first session of Cthulhu Awakens. If you joined us last time, we did our session 0, made characters. But now it's time to actually get down to the nitty-gritty and actually play this sucker. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna open up a little zoom in on this town. It's this nice small town on the East Coast in the north of the United States, called Blackburn. Where exactly? Not important, but it's a small town. Not too many people. Maybe 10,000 people. You know, a tiny town. Old buildings, strange rituals, weird holidays, that kind of thing. Lots of local ghost stories and silly ritual, like silly superstitions and that kind of thing going on around here. It is the kind of town that is a great place to raise a family. Nothing ever really happens here, or at least it hasn't in a while. This town does have a bit of a reputation, though. Over the years, strange things have happened. There have been the rise and falls of cults. It has a bit of a Waco reputation. There has been a group that is heaven gated over here before. Um, the infamous Blackburn Falls loom ever on the edge of town, the site of a mass suicide once upon a time.
Just the conspiracy theorist in me wants to ask if they Heaven's Gated or if they Branch Davidian. The Branch Davidians were the ones in Waco that got raided by the FBI. The Heaven's Gate were the guys in South America that drink the Kool-Aid.
They more drink the Kool-Aid. Supposedly they jumped off on their own accord. It's not really known what happened. It's just known that they washed up on shore one day.
Yeah, Branch Davidians were amassing arms and got raided by the FBI, and
yeah.
somebody shot first.
The ATF, yeah. That one's fun. But yeah, they have that kind of vibe here. They watch out for that kind of thing. But it's been a while, so all is well. Really, the main thing that happens in this town, it's a military town. There is a small military base outside of town, which some of your parents may or may not work at. And what they do out there, who knows? According to them, it's pretty basic, supply chain, basic training kind of stuff. Nothing to be too suspicious about. But yeah, this is your everyday average American town. Baseball apple pie. Or at least that's what they want you to think. But that's basically the nuts and bolts of this place. Kind of gives you a sense of what you're looking at. But now we need to get to know the three of you a little bit better. We kind of got to know your characters during creation. But now I kind of want to see what you're like, how you act, the things you're doing. So we're going to open up with the classic movie opener. What are you doing at the beginning of the day on your way or, to get ready for school? So each of you is going to do a little, I'm getting ready for school, and then I'm going to go to school kind of thing. So whoever wants to kick that off, you can burn your toast, forget to put on deodorant, I don't care. Just, whatever makes you taste spicy. It's a little bit of curiosity.
Okay. All right. I think I got something brewing here. I'm thinking I've been here for like 4 years. I was thinking I just transferred here, but Jonesy just transferred here, so I'm going to give myself just a little bit more time in this town. I will cut to garage opening. Ting, 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 ting. Up comes the garage door, and out comes Benjamin Spitzkowitz on his bike. He's got a flag up on his bike. He's got a little radio on the front of his bike so he can listen to music while he bikes to school. He's got his basket in the front with a couple of books. If you look at those books, they're all cryptozoology and paranormal. It's Sasquatch, it's ghosts, it's monks that can summon spirits, stuff like that he checked out from the school library. Every single one of them, of course, has the numbers on it. That way you can be Dewey Decimaled right back to where it belongs. With Benjamin Spitzkowitz's name stamped over and over inside the covers. So I'm riding my bike, pedaling as fast as he can. A little bit of rain coming down on Benjamin Spitzkowitz's side of town. Maybe some puddles, a little damp. Spitzkowitz comes down the hill real fast and wipes out on his bike. Boom, spills his bike. Books go everywhere. He's all covered in dirt, covered in mud. Gets up, he's loading the stuff in, and a dog comes chasing down the street. Bark, bark, bark. So he jumps back on the bike and starts pedaling again. This is the kind of adventure that Spitz has almost every morning on the way to school. Dodging dogs, trying not to wipe out. So by the time he gets to school, pulls up to the bike racks, he's already wildly disheveled. I want to add a side note. As one of the images of him riding the bike, he passes the game shop, right? And the camera stays on the game shop because that's going to be a pivotal location. And Spitz looks over at it, right? Like, oh, I can't wait to be done with this school day so I can get back to the game shop. Pedal to school, get there, slam my bike in, and I'm probably 3 or 4 minutes late to first period. Already in trouble.
Oh,
no. Yeah, walk in, already in trouble. Spitz, you're late again. Sit down. So I'm in the corner of class, and I sit down and open my book, ready to study.
A little bit of a misadventure kind of guy. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, everything goes wrong. But Spitz, he never had his break. He hasn't had a breakdown yet.
That's funny. Hey, I forgot. The earlier I was thinking about the three of you, and I was like, I feel like you accidentally made the three main characters from Dan to Dan, the anime, and that's kind of funny. Because you have like the spiritualist, you have the sci-fi paranoid guy, and then you have like the athletic, more practical, I can punch stuff kind of dude. And it's like that's funny. I was like, that's a good party makeup. Yeah.
Ooh, I want to add one more side note. If you guys are okay with this, you don't have to roll with it. When I go into class that I'm late for, it's art, so it's those 4-person tables. So you guys can be 2 of the other characters at that table if you want to. That way it's not an independent desk. So I'm late to art in first period. That way it's not too big of a deal either.
I would say that Annette wakes up kind of all cuddled up with her a little stuffed gold dragon with like little sparkly wings, and she just kind of yawns in the dawn light. That's just because she wakes almost before the alarm starts to click over, and it's about to make that very harsh wee noise, and she just kind of taps it sleepily, gets out of her bed, and her room looks oddly bare for a child her age. She doesn't have the pictures that her other friends have. She doesn't have some of the toys that they have. The only bit of childness to her is the stuffed toy that she's holding on to. And when she walks out of the room, kind of rubbing one eye and padding her way through the house, her parents are already like getting ready for their work day. Doesn't really say anything to them. Goes into the basement. And the basement is kind of set up with a bunch of chess tables with weird colors on the checkered surface. Big, long curtains. They're alternating white and black. And she goes to this big encyclopedic looking book, and it has her name Annette embossed on it, and there's other books there that have her mom's name, her dad's name, and other people. She opens her book. It just kind of, with the same level of a chore that you're supposed to do every day, she opens it up and she jots down a bunch of letters and draws little figures of like a horse, a soldier, a dragon. And she looks at it, and then looks at her little dragon and says, "Well, I think you were a little aggressive there, but I think if you did this move," and she's talking about a chess game with her stuffed dragon. And she nods and continues talking for a bit. There's no answer. She's just talking to it. She closes the book, puts the little pencil away. The next we see her, she is getting a drive from her mom, who is on her way to work somewhere else in town. It's a quiet ride. They don't really say anything to each other. And they don't even really listen to music. It's a very quiet car ride. Annette wasn't allowed to bring her stuffed animal with her, and she has she looks a little sulky over that she can't bring him everywhere. But instead, she gets out of the car, starts heading to school, with a punctuality that other parents can set their clocks to. She has a very plain black, and she's wearing a light blue dress, and But the one thing that kind of breaks the schoolgirl outfit a bit is that on kind of attached to the side of the backpack, it looks to be like one of those folding chess sets. Um, like one of those traveling ones you'd have.
That makes
And
sense.
when she gets to class, there's a sigh of art. I don't like art class. I want to do other classes, but it's first period, so whatever. It's fine. Because people keep yelling at me when I draw my pictures because they're scary. But it's fine. They're not scary. I don't know what everyone's worried about. And when she takes her seat, the first thing she opens up, she'll put out like her little workbook an art book that she's supposed to have. And then she takes out a little book as class is getting ready to go, and she starts reading chess puzzles, and just kind of murmurs to herself, like just in her own little world, until the others arrive.
Excellent. Well, you already know one of them will be late.
Morning starts bright and early at the Morris house, with a bellow from downstairs in the kitchen. Up and at 'em, boys! And with that, and alarms going off in the background, Zachary and his brother Levi get up and get ready for school. He has an older brother who's a senior this year, and so they quickly get dressed. They head downstairs. Father kind of gives them a look once over. Does not seem to be pleased with how the boys are dressed, but doesn't say anything. And he's heading on. Dad's already heading out the house as we grab breakfast, and grab our book bags and get ready for class, and head on out to my brother's primer gray Firebird Trans Am that he's slowly trying to rebuild, and doing. It functions, so that's something, I guess, but it doesn't function a lot. So Zachary tags along with his brother. His brother drives to school because his brother's a senior. So, Levi grabs his stuff once his brother drops him off and cuts through the crowds to get to class. He comes kind of in wearing his old beat up combat boots that he got from his dad, denim jean jacket, and a Nine Inch Nails t-shirt, and quickly pulls off the Walkman and headphones so he doesn't get his headset confiscated yet again from the teacher. And he heads on over to take a seat at the desk.
Excellent. Since you're new in town, we'll sort of see some of it through your eyes. On your way, because you live across town.
How good of a driver is your brother? Is he? Does he drive it like it's a muscle car, like he's a high schooler driving a Firebird? Does he drive like an asshole?
I imagine he drives like a complete asshole.
That's why I wiped out on my bike.
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll add that to the scene. I was coming down the hill and that Firebird just whoa.
And you guys make him wipe out. But yeah, you live on the other side of town, so you have to cross through the center of town. You pass town hall and the library. The mail building, all that kind of stuff. There's a big town square in the center of town, and there's a strange giant angular stone in the middle of town. It's an old landmark, an old black stone that's been here since the town's inception hundreds of years ago. And it's just something that someone that's new to this town would kind of ponder at, but everyone else just sees it all the time. So you'd be like, "Oh wow, look at that big rock." But but the city is, well, this small town is set up in a very circular fashion, so it all sort of spills out from here. But yeah, the three of you make it to your art class. Today is a Friday, thankfully, so you have the weekend to look forward to. Now that we got to know you three a little better here with your character intros, how does your school day go? Is there anything silly or strange that you get into? Are you good students? And then we'll get to the after school bit. We're just going to kind of speed run this school day. I just kind of want to see y'all in your school element a little bit. Doesn't have to be too descriptive. I just want to know if any of you go smoke in the bathroom or like beat up a nerd or, you know, anything like that.
The first thing that happens as soon as I sit down, I turn to Annette, who I think is my only friend, and I'm not sure Annette feels the same way about me. I spilled my bike on the way here, and I dropped my toaster strudel, and all I have left is the icing, and I also forgot my lunch at home, so do you have an extra toaster strudel and an extra lunch, please, today? Any chance?
I have extra Pop-Tarts.
Yes! Thank you so much. I have the toaster strudel icing, and I'm like, do you want to trade?
That's bad for the brain. You can have it, though.
Yes.
Adjust glasses. Flip through page.
Am I a good student? I test well, but something always happened to my homework. The dog ate it, or it fell into the gutter on the way to school, or it got like ripped in the door or something.
You're just a cursed little boy, huh?
Yes, yeah. The something bad always happens, but yeah, I mean, it's probably like a B's. You know, I passed with, you know, not flying colors or anything, but not close to tutoring either.
I'd say Annette has, other than her classmates, the two that she's getting to know a bit more, that are outside of her normal chess circles, she tends to be the sort who has more friends among the teachers than kids her own age, because she has that very distant, buried in a book at all times sort of mindset. She's too, and she doesn't really get along with the school chess club because she's too good. And she doesn't hold back for a second. So the few friends she has that are her age are these two. And even then, one's new and one, we don't do the same things. She takes, but every so often there'll be a teacher or someone who knows her mom or her dad, or they'll mention something about her, which kind of distances her even more, because now she's a friend with the adults, and that kind of makes a weird dynamic for kids to talk to her, because they think she'll squeal, and she never does. She doesn't care enough about kid stuff or someone stealing whatever. She does not care. But she's very polite, you know, goes along to get along. We'll say though, she is one of the high marked students, so she's annoyingly smart, knows the adults too well, and in the one club that the school would even have for her, she's basically alienated all of them. So she has a somewhat lonely existence.
It's about
she
expected.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, but it's about what I thought. Yeah, it sounds like the three of you are so much friends as y'all are the leftovers, which is fun.
Yeah, so Zachary doesn't really know a whole lot of people at the school yet. He's found it slightly difficult to make friends. This is the first time he's actually gone to a public school. Before this, the previous base his dad was stationed at was overseas, and so all the other kids were military brats like him. So they all had that in common. But now most of the kids here are locals. They've lived here their entire life. They've had their friend cliques since, first grade. And so he's just kind of trying to still feel his way out and feel around. I mean, he's met a couple of the other kids, and he's starting to socialize, but not hasn't really established like a friend group yet.
Yeah.
And as far as school, he's above average, not like a high above average, but you know, people see him and they assume he's a D student. And he's actually like, I'm a B minus student, C plus student, kind of thing. So because he's kind of a troublemaker, but he's taking after his brother probably way too much, but hasn't quite gotten to the sneaking off to smoke and drink and do that stuff yet. But he's probably heading that direction pretty fast.
Yeah. But you're not there yet.
Not that, yeah.
Okay. That was something I was curious about. I was wondering how far down that road you'd kick that can.
Yeah, most of it is sneaking out and staying out past curfew. That's kind of a lot of what he does as far as trouble.
Alrighty. Well, the three of you make it through your school day. That final bell rings at the end of a Friday. Everyone cheers, runs out the door. Everyone's free for the weekend. Exciting times for sure. The day is overcast, which Gary was correct about. He probably did dribble a little bit earlier. It is an overcast evening. And the only thing that the three of you know is going on tonight is the Wizard's Rest game store is having a rare lock-in this evening, which the three of you may or may not have wanted to attend. I think that you do, though.
When you guys lock in, maybe use different words in Canada. I love that. You have a land center where you do like overnight stuff where the kids hang out and eat pizza all night, play video games all night. The parents can pick them up in the morning. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You guys call that a lock-in also?
I don't know. I've never done any of those things. I've heard of it being a thing, but
They used to do it at a laser tag place where I used to live, so you could just play laser tag all night, and the parents would come pick you up in the morning, and you'd just be like dog shit tired. Good way to make junior high kids exhausted.
They did it where I lived, but it was all the youth groups at the church, so that wasn't a me thing. So
yeah, church do
when
it.
You guys,
other bars do it sometimes too, which is weird, but yeah.
And centers, yeah. When you guys come out of school, I'm at the bike racks. Obviously, clearly frustrated. There's like 5 or 6 locks on my bike.
Tat, you got locked.
kind of walk out, clean, and as I get outside, I put a special bright purple bookmark into my chess theory book, and the camera will briefly catch that the words on it, like the title of it's in German, as you kind of stuffs, and it has this like really fancy pawn
It says Mein
artwork
Kampf.
on it. No.
Oh no.
It is the book of holy theory. It is the best and most true way to understand the universe through chess. But, you know.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
And she puts that away and kind of sees you struggling with your bike.
How
And
do
looks
you
around.
intend to get these locks off your bike, sir?
I'm gonna take the front wheel off and just sadly drag my bike home and leave the front of it locked up.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm getting home on a Friday. Yeah, I'm going to the game store with half a bike.
You can do that. You want to try to unlock them?
I don't have. You know what? Let's just give it a shot. Let's just see if I can roll these numbers. You know what? Let's just give it a
Dumb
shot
luck.
in hell. Dumb luck. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any
Would you like
sort
me
of
to-
larceny skill or anything?
I've got dexterity stealth, but I'm not sure that directly applies.
Dexterity does, stealth not so much.
Okay, well, got some dex. That's a thing we could
You
do.
can roll
Let's see how
pure
this
dex
goes.
and try to pick these locks, huh?
17 with 5 stunty boys. I'll be damned.
What kind of stunt would you like to use here, sir?
Let's just use it narratively. So you guys walk out, you see me looking at this, and instead of struggling with this like I thought I would, instead of taking my bike apart, I look at the different kinds of locks and then reach into my backpack and take out maybe a hairpin, like a little bobby pin, maybe like a junior lockpicking set, maybe some tiny eyeglasses screwdrivers. I'm gonna try to figure it out what I take out. But whatever I take out, I crack lock after lock, boom, crack a lock, boom, crack a lock, figure out a code, boom, crack a lock, and then it's finally my lock. I take my keys out, which takes me, this is the longest part. It's my own lock. I'm looking in my backpack for my keys. I'm looking in the front pockets for my keys. I open up my cargo short pockets and I take out a slice of pizza and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And I take a big eat of the pizza. I put it back in my pocket and then I take the key out of the other pocket. I'm like, ah, there it is. And then I unlock my bike. But you guys just saw that it was pretty easy for me to do something practical, but when it comes to just living life, it seems difficult.
That was a good roll. Yeah, I mean, bike locks aren't particularly difficult to pop. They're pretty simple locks. And yeah, pop, pop, pop. You just leave them where they lie.
Yeah, I'll leave them all right there. That's exactly right. Let me use the can of compressed air also during that. You know, you turn them upside down and they shoot out ice. They get all frosty. I'll use an upside down compressed air too. So you guys see me doing like some 90s MacGyver kid stuff.
Way to go, Mulder.
Oh, I didn't realize you were standing there. I was going to ask you guys for a ride home if you could fit half a bike in the back of your brother's car. You guys have a really cool car. I saw it this morning.
Is there a particular like bigger or heavier lock?
Yeah, one of them's definitely bigger than the rest. Yeah, they're not all uniform.
I'm gonna pick that one up and pocket it just in case. You know.
Free lock.
Okay.
Hey,
You have in your
you're the
possession
new
a
kid,
lock
right?
that you do not have the combination to.
Who says I plan on using it as a lock?
Yeah.
yeah, right. Hey, you're the new kid, right? I used to be the new kid, so now you get to be the new kid. New kid, do you want to go to the game store with me tonight? We're having a lock-in. Have you ever been to a lock-in? Oh my god, you're gonna love it. We're gonna play all sorts of awesome games like Dungeons and Dragons. We're probably gonna play Warhammer. We might look at playing Counter-Strike. We're probably gonna have pizza. We might paint minis. We might make characters. You're gonna absolutely love this. I think they've got, they started getting some of the new Pokemon cards in, but, you know, Pokemon's for kids, so I haven't gotten that many packs yet. You know what I mean? Because it's for kids, so I only have a few packs.
They also have chess. She says, and she's like right behind you, just
This is my friend, my best friend Annette.
Hello.
Oh, you guys have met. You've met.
Hello, Mr. Morris. And she even like does a tiny curtsy. Like she seems way too formal for a kid her age.
It's a full moon tonight anyways, so if you're gonna go do anything, you probably want to be with us at least where it's safe at the game store, because there's a lot of people there, because you know weird stuff happens on a full moon night around here. And it is the anniversary of one of the spooky local events, so you probably want to stay indoors, hence the lock-in.
Sure.
Yes!
As I reached back and double check to make sure I have my little handy dandy pocket knife with me with all the little like Swiss Army bits.
I'm going to take out one of those yak back pens where you can hit play and record on the pen. Dear diary, today I made one more friend.
It's a little presumptuous, Spitz. We've only gotten to know him.
That's more than most people will give me a chance.
I suppose that'd be true. I'm sure you'll find something fun to do, Mr. Morris. He usually does.
Look, if you're not into any of the stuff I said, you could just go check out a couple of good books from the library, or you could work on some homework. You know, there's all sorts of really fun stuff to do.
He's already coming, Spitz.
Yeah, I think you already sold him. Talking him out of it now. Yeah, the three of you head on out. Are you going straight to the game store, or do you need to get anything for this lock-in? Vampire Bites has powered me up. Thank you, Vamp.
I'm gonna have to catch a ride home first. I definitely need to, make sure my folks are cool with it.
Get in, nerd. Your brother will pull up.
Bye! Bye, Zachary! Bye, Zach! Bye!
He's very friendly. You get used to him. Like vines. Hi, Mom. I'm over here. And she'll kind of walk over to...
Bye, Ned! Bye! Bye, Ned! Bye!
You'll all get picked up. Yeah, your brother.
My mother probably gives Zach an extra long stare of... Like just an extra little moment of, okay.
You get stared down by a creepy lady.
It's not the first time.
Yeah.
You get driven home by your brother. He'll inquire as to your new friends and say that they were weird.
Have you seen the town? Everyone here is weird.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever, man. I'm going out tonight. And he's gonna go and take you home. You'll arrive at home. You're gonna ask your dad. You also have a mother. I can't remember.
Yes. So mom's home. Dad's not back yet.
Yeah,
Dad's
mom's home.
And so I go in and check with mom. Hey, there's a thing in town. It's that or fucking Miami Vice on NBC again, and I can't.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a communication check here. Let's see how well you do with your mother here.
I have no focuses that will apply, so let's see how badly this goes.
12's not terrible. You're dealing with your own mother. She tends to look upon you favorably, so lowers the difficulty a little bit, and she wants you to make friends. So, and you're asking to go do something pretty dorky. So, I think a 12 is okay. I suppose it's all right. Just, call when you get there. And no leaving.
What's the point? They lock the doors.
I know how you can be.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't see the no restricted access sign. It wasn't my fault.
Yep.
I told the MPs that when they asked.
I know.
I need better signs.
I know what you told them. I'm aware of what was said. But, yeah. Pack a jacket. It's going to be cold. But, yeah. You're allowed to roll. You're allowed to roll out. That was not bad enough for you to not be able to go.
So I'm gonna run up in my room, grab a backpack, throw some snacks in it, grab my paintball gun, make sure I have my my handy dandy pocket knife. Yeah. And then grab my bike because it's too. Brother's not gonna give me another ride. It's too far to walk, so I'm definitely gonna grab my little BMX bike and huff it across town.
Biking it across, absolutely. Alrighty. Little Mr. Spitz.
I bike back home. I get there. As I'm approaching, there's the dog, right? There's the vicious dog. I pull the slice of pizza out of my pocket and I toss it. The dog goes after the slice of pizza and I continue on my way. I've dealt with this a few times. It's been a couple of years I've lived here now, so if I'm smart enough, I bring a treat every time. I bike back up to the house. No one's there. I go in the garage. I punch. No, I let myself. I was gonna say I punch the code, but probably not. I probably just open the garage door. I don't even bother wheeling my bike in. I just drop it in the driveway. I look around. There's a note on the refrigerator from my dad from like 3 or 4 days ago that says late project at work, be back in the morning. But I haven't seen him in like 3 days, but that's not abnormal. I see my toaster strudel that I forgot this morning. I put it in my pocket because you never know when you might need an old toaster strudel.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, what do I need to do before I
think
go?
that's in the Bible.
Yeah, no, it is. You're absolutely right. Let's see, what do we need
Numbers
before we go to a lock-in? We're gonna need like a non-brand specific Star Wars encyclopedia. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of ships and a bunch of aliens from like a bunch of different, maybe like a Marvel history book also. We're gonna need a bunch of books in my backpack. Probably gonna need some dice. Probably need my dice. I'm getting all my nerd stuff, you know what I mean? I'm getting a small army of Tyranids or something, throw them in my bag.
You're gonna pack up nerds.
Yeah, I gotta pack up. I gotta get everything ready for this lock-in. That's exactly right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's so I'm equipped now with lock-in gear. That's what I did. I went home and got my lock-in stuff. Maybe grabbed a couple of sodas, you know, like for my own personal stash, so I don't have to buy sodas when I get there.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got you
lock-in
got snacks,
stuff.
you got
The
game stuff.
The important part to take away from this is that I'm prepared for this because I'm a nerd. I live for this moment, and there's pretty much no one around to say yes or no. And if there was, they probably wouldn't have a problem with it anyways.
Yeah. Yep, you are free to move about the country.
Let's see, I watched Dragon Ball Z real quick before I pack all my stuff because you got to watch Dragon Ball Z after school. And maybe I caught the tail end of Reboot, even though it's terrible.
It is not. Take that back.
Reboots the best. You're wrong.
Clearly, I'm outnumbered.
Reboot.
Yes,
I'll take it back. Reboot gets really good. It starts off kind of rough. It gets really good. Yeah. So that just leaves Annette.
When Annette gets home with her mom, her in the garage, her dad's already waiting. Her mom and dad share a brief hug and kiss, and dad has a white backpack, like just this pure white backpack, and I already know it's stuff full of a change of clothes, some pajamas, my toiletries, all neatly organized in a very particular way because he knows I don't do it the way he likes it, and we just agreed, Dad, you pack it, because that's just the way he is. And I trade out my black backpack for the white one, and we all kind of move in this weird sort of methodical pace, but none of us feel to us that isn't weird. That's just all families are like us. This is the proper way people should be doing things and how families should be acting. I start saying stuff about the lock-in and what I expect to be there. And they say, 9 in Deutsch. And it's like, ah. And then we continue the conversation in German because they make sure I know German because that's what the book is in. Fine. No one speaks German in town except for so-and-so and so-and-so. And she basically says, I really do think, dearest father and mother, that this interaction with children my age will invite them into the secrets of the universe. I will have to suffer lesser games, but I think I can show them the way. And they both nod approvingly and kind of cling to each other a little bit like they're proud of their little daughter. And then as Dad's about to walk me, he walks me to the car because he's gonna drive me there. She's had work day. She just got home. She wants to relax. And as we get into the car, getting ready to go, I'm just kind of very like locked in and ready to go, and thinking about what kind of openings I'm gonna do. And I guess I'll play that magic the something, whatever. I'll figure it out. It's not hard. And then Dad just kind of bops me on the shoulder, and I kind of and he's holding my little dragon and just kind of smiles a tiny bit as he hands it to me, and I look at him and say, I'm allowed? I thought he couldn't leave. And he just kind of gives a look. He just gives a nod like it's okay. and she knows she must be doing a really good thing. She gets to have her best friend with her, because that's her one true friend in all the world.
Little dragon.
Yeah.
Does your dragon have a name?
He is Gold Dragon.
Gold?
Gold Dragon. She was very inventive when she named the dragon. And she did it in English. Her parents keep trying to get her to say it in German. And she's like, no, it's Gold Dragon. English. No, I get the name. It's like, fine.
You and Gold Dragon head to the lock-in. The three of you will arrive at about, it'll be like 6 or something. There'll be a few other kids there. There's not a lot of kids here. Small town, niche hobbies, that kind of thing. But all of you will get inside. The door remains unlocked until nightfall. So people come and go. Customers come and go while y'all are doing your thing. But the night starts off fairly, just you guys settling in, playing games, doing this and that. The old man that runs the store, his name is Merle. He's an older, sort of portly man. He's kind of tallish, probably about 6 foot. Slightly balding, longer hair, big beard. Everything's completely gray. He wears a sort of just a plain blue t-shirt and a zip-up hoodie. Nothing with any graphics on it or anything. And he's just an older guy. Doesn't really talk to any of you that much. He's not mean or anything. He's just not that sociable. All of you know that he's a gamer too, but he doesn't play with the kids. He doesn't interact. And he doesn't play in front of you either. He must be doing it some other time, some other place. But yeah, the store is, it's a standalone building. It's an older building. It must have used to have been something else. It was renovated several decades ago to become a game shop. The shelves vary in age, from very old wood shelves to some of the newer standard retail metal shelves with the what do you call it? The interchangeable, manipulable metal shelving that you can move and change the shape of. He sells everything from comic books to all the cards. Pokemon's real big right now. It is the 90s. That shit hit like lightning all across. I mean, we were all there. We remember. It's crazy right now. That's what a lot of people are playing. That's what a lot of people come to the store to buy. People are going ape shit for Pokemon. Magic the Gathering is also having a pretty good heyday right now. People playing Warhammer, like Gary was saying. Everything's going off. It's a good time to be a nerd. But they also have the board games going on. There's a free play area. You don't even have to buy them. So, everyone's having a good time. There's snacks. The lock-in, it costs money, but it comes with pizza. So all of you are fed, all that good stuff.
Nice.
And as the night goes on, the doors finally lock. The last customer leaves. It's starting to rain. And it starts to rain pretty heavy. You're surrounded by the sounds of the rainfall hitting the roof. You can see it through the glass doors as the street lights sort of fade away in the falling rain. And the night carries on. What are the three of you kind of up to? You sticking mostly to yourselves? You trying to interact with some of the other kids? What you doing?
Annette has been constantly trying to get people to play chess.
Okay.
She will play people, and unfortunately, most people want to play. What's that? I want to play Pokemon. She's like, all right, and she'll ask around until someone says yes, and that's what she plays.
I'll play
if
chess,
she,
but I got a rule.
what's your rule?
We have to name every single character and give them all a background, and every time they die, we got to write it down and give them a story. That way it's a role-playing game and chess.
But they all do have lives. They're all connected. But sure.
Exactly. That'll make it all more interesting.
And when she plays with you, it is... when she tells her stories, they are with a vividness that doesn't feel improvised. Like it's something... Like she's saying it as if it were a fact. Like, yes, this pawn fought violently and died screaming, and that sort of... And that makes some kids are like, and that's kind of creepy, and others are like...
Yeah, that's why I love playing with Annette.
Weird. That's kind of metal, but also... Is chess really that cool? It is not that cool. Do not play her. She's really intense. But other times she actually does bother watching other games. Like when she's not playing chess, she'll actually look at what other kids are doing and stuff like that. Occasionally she'll be like extra nice to Merle, even though he's super quiet. It's almost like she feels like she knows she's supposed to include him, so he doesn't feel like he's being ignored. But she's sociable in her own way, just in a very creepy way. Put it that way.
Yeah. There are about 10 other kids here, varying ages. Some of them are older. There's a group of 4 older kids that are probably in high school, maybe even close to senior age. And they stick mostly to themselves. They kind of ignore the kids. They don't want you bugging them. And if you try to, they'll be annoyed and they might punch you. They're sort of in one corner, and they expect you guys to let them do what they want. Like, if they want to play a board game, they're going to play it. Fuck you. But there are also a lot of kids your age. The 2 that I made up for y'all to interact with mostly. If you want to interact with more of them, that's fine. But I have 2 ready to go. There's one, Maya, and Weston. Both about your age. Maya is a 11-year-old Hispanic girl. And Weston's a dark-haired little boy with a bowl cut. Also, sort of a weirdo. Sort of, what do you call it? Like Pennsylvania Dutch kind of kid. You know? Like, he's like what do you call it? A creepy doll that someone wished to life. That's what he looks like anyways. He's a fairly normal kid. But that's just what he looks like. Maya's kind of a more happy-go-lucky. She's more bubbly. She's not overly so, but she's more of the, like, I like pink. I like stickers. What was that artist that was really popular that was all over the binders and stuff back then? You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I watched a documentary about her. Man.
I forget her name, but yeah, she's really into that kind of art. She has, like, the binder and the Trapper Keeper and all that stuff. But other than that, she's also a hardcore nerd. So, those are the 2 personalities that you have. They might intermingle with y'all if you play bigger games, that kind of thing. But the night continues on. For a good while.
Yeah, Zachary's going to be checking out some stuff. He's not really a big gamer guy.
Yeah.
He's, well, at least not yet. But he's just checking a bunch of stuff out. He's checking out the comics, like, Blade and Night Stalkers, because they're vampires and, horror stuff. That stuff he gets. And so he's like, Car Wars and what's, some of it's actually starting to catch his eye. And he picks up this green book with a bunch of black and white industrial punk and goth stuff in it. He starts flipping through it and, this looks interesting. And
Yeah, you start going into this other section of the store. And yeah, this store's been around for a long time. Merle is a collector just of all kinds of stuff. He's a hobby guy through and through. He'll collect anything. And you start noticing that you're going through like comic backlogs. He has like the drawers and stuff where you can see back issues, that kind of stuff. And as you're going down the row, and you're looking into horror stuff, you start seeing he has like artifacts and props from like movies and stuff. He's got older things like that, and just what do you call them? Like, not even stuff that's actually from movies, just like merchandise, that kind of thing. Cardboard cutouts that were on display at movie theaters, that kind of stuff. Movie posters, and it just goes on. And you start seeing he has like these stacks. It gets more and more disorganized the further back you go in this store. Some of the shelves are older back here and more unkempt. And as you're looking at a particular, you're not sure if maybe it's like an old album or something back there. You are stepping on a shelf and something sort of cracks. Shelf breaks and something falls out from between two of the boards of the shelf. Dust goes everywhere. And this thing just falls. It looks like it was wedged in between the wood of two pieces of the shelf. It's weird. It's all covered in dust. It's like this big.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to pick it up and look for something to wipe it off with.
There's like an old t-shirt nearby. You just wipe it off. It looks like some sort of old book. Maybe a journal or something. It's not too heavy. It's not that big. I might have oversold it with the thickness. It looks like a lot of this other nerd crap in here. Maybe it looks kind of tabletop RPG related. It has some weird symbols on it. It's got, you can see marks in pen, like maybe someone was writing like character names and notes, and there's some numbers written here and there. It's very disorganized, the writing on the cover. Pieces of the cover are peeled away. There's writing where that is. Weird old journal, but it's interesting.
Yeah, start flipping through it.
You open it, and there's sort of like a flutter in the air as you do so. Your friends will happen upon you in this moment to see what you're up to. The three of you will sort of...
And Annette, they don't even really look like that in real life. They look completely different. I agree, they look cool in Predator, but in real life, they wouldn't look like that. They would be tall and thin and gray, and some of them look just like us. I think there's probably a billion hybrids.
He's talking about grays. Ted Net walks up. Zach's looking at this weird book. All three of you are sort of staring. It has strange writing in it. Some of it's in English. Seems to be a journal of somebody that maybe lived in the town a long time ago. They're talking about some place.
New game.
But then there's writing that's not in English.
Is that one of those Dungeons and Dragon books? She says, kind of peering over at it.
I had no idea. It was kind of shoved up on the shelf, kind of like wedged in the shelf, like someone was trying to hide it, or I guess maybe someone wanted to come back and buy it later or something. But it's been there for a while. It was covered in dust.
Oh, look, that part right there is written in Dwarven. I point to the language that's not English.
Sure.
The two of you that have some occult background maybe could attempt to read it.
Do you mind if I have a look? I've read a lot of books, so I might be able to guess what this is.
Well, I'm learning Klingon also, so I'm going to look over your shoulder if you don't mind, because maybe I know a thing or two.
If there's Klingon in here, I'm giving you a Pepsi or Coke. I always forget.
Non-branded generic cola until they donate money to our stream.
No one gets a free ride.
Big 8, got it. Which would totally not make sense. But anyway, yeah, I'll try to I'll reach for the book, but she won't pluck at it. She kind of holds out her hands and looks at you expectantly.
RC Cola, hell yeah. RC Cola can have a free ride.
Yeah, hell yeah, they can. I think they're owned by Cadbury these days, and Cadbury can also have a free ride.
That's weird.
May I see that book, Mr. Morris?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
It's got a bunch of math in it too, so
It does have
Ew.
math in it. It has some equations in it. Very strange equations.
Any of it in German as well?
Not immediately apparent.
Okay. I will start flipping through it.
You can go ahead and make a... Oh, no, Thaco? No, we're not doing Thaco. Absolutely not. Never again.
you said strange equations.
Very strange equations. But yeah, you can go ahead and make an occult check.
15.
15's not bad. You think you might be able to sound out some of these words?
I look at it and try to figure out what this seems to be.
You can kind of read them. You don't know what they mean though, but it's definitely a language of some kind. But it's not like to you. You don't recognize it as a real language. It seems made up.
She'll walk over to like a spare table and like set it down, and then fish out of her bag a notebook, and she'll flip it through past like a bunch of scary looking drawings and some chest notes, and then when she gets to a blank page, she'll start like writing out phonetically what the words are. Like she's trying to figure out what she's looking at. It's like it's not any. Some of this is in English, but it's not in German either. I think. I don't know what this is. Is this that Klingon thing you're saying? Because it doesn't look like Klingon.
It could be, and it also kind of looks like Elven, and I know how to write Elven. I don't know how to speak it very well, but I'll give it a shot.
Weird. Is there any pictures in it?
Yeah, there's some hand-drawn pictures of various things. Some of them seem to be of animals that you don't like weird, fantastical animals, strange creatures with sharp fangs. A lot of them are symbols. Looks like someone was like playing at maybe trying to create symbols. A lot of them are iterative, so it's like, trying this, trying that. You find one page that maybe is some kind of map.
Do any of these creatures look like something I've seen in my dreams before?
Yeah, I was literally going to say, did any of these remind me of the thing that I saw that night those years ago?
They don't look...
Your kid's got a weird.
Yeah. I mean, they look reminiscent of those kinds of things. They look like boogans, You guys maybe have seen boogans before in your dreams or, in your past. Could be.
Oh! I think I see, and she flutters through her book, and she shows something that's like somewhat looks like it, but is distinct enough because she's not an artist, so she's drawing. It's like, that looks sort of like that.
It's one of them. That's one of the visitors.
I'm telling you, it's not an alien. Aliens, like you said, are grays.
Maybe he's visiting from somewhere else. Maybe he's not visiting from space. He's still a visitor. I've seen one of those.
All the dust.
Well, he's a visitor by that logic.
All the dust in the air and all the commotion is eventually going to draw Merle over here. What are you kids doing?
Merle, can you tell Annette that 1 billion hybrids live on the planet, and any one of us could easily be a visitor and not even know it. Any one of us could be possessed. It could be mind control. It could be a language. It could all be one big deception. None of this might even be real, Merle. This all could be just a mental trick that they're playing on us and making us see things.
Hey, where'd you find this? He's gonna pick up the book. He's gonna look at it.
Mr. Morris found it. Was it? You said it was over there somewhere?
Yeah, there's lots of old stuff back there. This
Is it one of your old game books?
You know, I don't think it was mine. Maybe one of my friends. But I don't think you kids should be messing with old things like this.
What old things are where inspiration of knowledge comes from, Mr. Merle? She starts quoting something her dad will.
Go buy some comics, and he's gonna walk off with the book under his arm.
Comics. Did you see the newest Superman? He flew into power lines. Now he's blue and white, and he has electric powers. I'm not buying comics for a whole month after that.
Weston is gonna chime in. I thought that was cool. Weston's gonna look over your shoulder at what you were writing down, Annette. He's gonna say, "Floxum oxen eat ooh, floxen floxen ha." What are you writing?
That's right. It was in a book. It's some.
The lights are gonna go. Vrr, vrr, vrr. You guys all look up.
That was hilarious timing, guys. That scared the crap out of me for a second.
That's weird.
Power surges.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Merle. I'm gonna kind of meander, and kind of keep an eye on him to see where he's gonna stash the book.
He goes off behind the counter. He kind of flicks through it a little bit, and then he puts it behind the register. Seems to be with like personal stuff over there. Maybe he has a backpack back there or something. But he stashes it behind the register though. Behind the counter. But it's starting to get late. Some of the people that are here are starting to crawl into some sleeping bags in like a more quieter part of the store. People are allowed to keep playing stuff, but it's kind of separating into like quiet spaces and sleeping spaces. It's about midnight. The night continues to go on.
I do not go to bed or play games. I'm eating the rest of the pizza, one slice at a time. And I'll stash a couple of slices in my cargo shorts also for later, just in case you need pocket pizza. You never know.
Yep. Your grease-stained cargo shorts.
Mm-hmm. And I do still have half a toaster strudel in there. Earlier I had to feed half the toaster strudel to the dog when I came down to the shop.
I want to go back to that corner where I found the book earlier and start digging around and trying to see if I can see anything else out of the ordinary.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's one of the main reasons I didn't want to go to sleep, just in case you guys get into anything too interesting. If you guys will have me, I'll be a part of it. That way I'm just awake at this table eating pizza.
Go ahead and give a investigation check.
I'm not good at
Intelligence investigation, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm not good at this stuff.
I've got intelligence research, and I'll assist if you need it.
You can also just use perception, if that's better for you.
Yeah, I don't have the focuses. That's the big drawback is I don't have the focus. So my perception and my intelligence are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I will, in order to be your friend, I'll use this as a chance to dictate this book to you. So I'm telling you what I see, and you can deduce what it means. But I point at this. This means this right here, and this looks like a creature from this. Even though it also kind of looks like a xenomorph, it's not a xenomorph. And xenomorphs shouldn't really have had acid anyways, but that's beyond the point. And this right here, this is a symbol from Sumerian culture, which is really weird that it would be in here, because that's a really classic symbol. This right here, this is a protection seal, old protection seal from occult magics. This is a cool book.
What are you looking at?
The book, right?
No, Merle stole that.
Oh, we have to snag it back.
Yeah, you'll have to steal it back from him if you want to look at it again. Jonesy's looking at the spot where it fell from.
I'm hunting through the shelves and stuff, trying to see if I can find anything.
Oh, my
and
apologies.
doing horribly.
My apologies. I was doing a research to try to help you deduce what it was. My bad.
That's okay. You did intelligence investigation. 6 isn't great. Yeah, it looks like the shelf broke. It was hiding in there, and now there's a bunch of broken wood there, and dust. Your roll's really bad. But you do, as you're looking around, there could be all kinds of stuff around here. As you're looking past what you didn't see, what you do see, this alley of disorganized nonsense leads towards what you assume must be the basement door. And down there could be who knows what. But other than that, there are more alleys of games and whatnot. And the closer you get to the back wall, the more disorganized it becomes, and the older the games are, that kind of thing.
Peek over my shoulders, make sure no one's watching. Doom, 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 down the hallway towards the basement.
Excellent.
Okay. Raise eyebrows.
Check the door to see if it's locked.
So you have to kind of fight your way past it. It's like a little obstacle course. I'm not gonna make you roll or anything, but it's difficult to get to. So it's not locked because it's just a mess to get to. You could open it up, yeah. It creaks open. A little bit of dust falls down. Doesn't seem like he goes down there very much at all, if ever.
Kind of trying to get their attention.
What is it, Mr. Morris?
My backpack. Grab my flashlight.
Oh, did you see where his backpack was?
Of course. I've been keeping an eye on his backpack this whole time. I'm really curious what's in there.
Did you grab? Did you
I
grab a
immediately
flashlight
open
from
your
it?
backpack and start going through it, and I take the flashlight out and hand it to Annette immediately, and then just start looking at all your stuff.
So it's a olive drab green, one of those military flashlights with a little bent part at the top.
Here you go. Oh, there's so many things in the way.
Yeah, just toss it.
Uh,
You can't
okay.
break it. I promise.
Yeah.
So scramble to get the flashlight. Click it on.
You light the way.
Because obviously turning on the lights doesn't occur to him.
Hey, Zach. Hey, Zach.
Having a flashlight is
Zach.
probably a good idea.
Hey, Zach.
What?
Your backpack smells like maple syrup. Good luck in there.
If you got that on any of my cassettes, I will be so mad at you.
No, I put them all back.
So inside his backpack there's a bunch of Iron Maiden cassettes, Blue Oyster Cult.
Well, I'm gonna put them all back. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Are you looking for the bathroom? It's over that way. Oh, sorry. This is secret time. I forgot.
You sneak in through the door. You do turn on the flashlight, and you immediately see that there is a little... But you don't have to click
Pull
it if you
chain.
don't want to. You continue past the pull chain, and you go
Yeah.
down the stairs. Creak, creak. Very creaky wooden steps. They're the kind of wooden steps that don't have the backing so that you can see under the steps if you want to. It seems like there's a bunch of junk down there as well. Stuff under tarps. It's dusty down here. It smells musty and stale. You can see light trickle in from the small little half windows that rim the top of the wall, looking out onto the street.
Hey, Annette, you know what this reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of every horror movie whenever the characters split up and then one of them gets snatched up in the basement.
This is bad pawn structure. You should probably make sure he doesn't get plucked up.
You two, you gonna join them?
I'm so glad you
Yeah.
think of me as a pawn. That's as opposed to like the rook or the
Every piece promotes eventually. Or gets captured.
Yeah,
she'll slowly pick her way over, and then slowly just kind of follow after you. But then there's a moment of, oh, right, sneaky time. And she'll exaggerately kind of hunch over, because she's not used to being sneaky, so she just kind of...
I also go extra. I put a slice of pizza in my mouth and belly crawl through the wreckage behind you into the basement.
And that's how Spitz was eaten by the book monster. No,
The book monster's gonna get you. Weston and Maya see you, both of you do all of this. They just kind of watch you crawl past. The three of you descend the steps down into the depths of the basement of the Wizard's Rest. You descend into the dark, only lit by the flashlight. Does not provide that much light. There's a bit of dim light coming in through these little windows as I described. The rain continues to pound down. As you get to the floor level, there are stacks here and there. Some of them are boxes. There's like a crate, and then there's a bunch of plastic tubs full of this and that. You can see old magazines, old hobby magazines here and there, maybe a Playboy somewhere. You see another box full of clothing, old jackets, maybe old merchandise. You see some cosplay gear. You see a box of, maybe he ran a convention once upon a time. He has some old flyers and booth wraps and that kind of thing.
Holy crap, this place is a treasure hoard.
There's so much stuff down here. But you start making your way through this little... It's kind of like a little labyrinth of just stacks of stuff. It's not a straight line, and it makes this place seem bigger than it is, because you have to navigate it in a non-straight line. It doesn't take you very long, though, as you're going through these stacks. You start stepping on these clumps of dirt, which is weird. They're dark, wet clumps of dirt. And you only really notice because it kind of makes you slip up a little bit as you step on them and crush them, and they turn into mud under your feet as you grind them into the floor. It picks up it erases all the dust where you slip. And it gives you pause.
Doesn't seem like a good place for all that.
No, it does seem out of place.
It's been a while since he cleaned down here.
Basements develop a lot of mold and can be very dirty if you don't take care of them.
Wonder where the mud came from. I'd look up.
Up, is the ceiling. It looks normal. There's rafters going across. You'll see a mouse
Ew.
make its way past. There's cobwebs up there. Nothing wet. No dirt.
You guys ever think about a mouse's perception of us and how probably a mouse's reality, we're the ones who are the aliens or the superior beings? Like, we could just scoop them up and abduct them at any point, you know what I mean? And maybe we use them for lab research, or maybe we take them as a pet. You know, I think that's how the extraterrestrials would think about us. Maybe like we're the mice, and they're just living their life. Anyways, this mud shouldn't be here. It didn't come from up there.
It did not come from above you. No, you're fairly certain of that.
There's no like potted plant around, right? That's clearly the next. Yeah, I'm sure you would have said that.
As you're looking forward, it seems to have come from ahead around the corner. You see a trail of it, and it's loose clumps. It's not like footprints or anything. It looks like it fell in clumps off of something.
Ooh, a mystery! I point like ahead. Point at the clumps.
I'll kind of hunch down a little bit and kind of take deep breaths for a second, trying to see if there's any weird scent in the air that doesn't smell like a basement, like if the dirt's adding a scent to the air.
Yeah, there's a bit of a smell. Go ahead and give me a perception check to see how well you smell this out. See what you can pick up.
11.
11's not bad. There's a bit of an acidity to the soil, as good soil tends to have that little acridness that makes your mouth water when it comes to like hardy, fertile soil. But you're picking up like a weird. There's a dust in the air that's not dust. It smells like someone broke something down here, and you're getting in your nose. Like you feel coarser bits going up your nose. Something more caustic. Which, as you're looking around, you're like, "What broke? Like something's destroyed down here. Something moved. Something crashed."
I think a container down here must have broken. This smells sort of like potting soil, but it's a little too... It smells off.
It does kind of smell like someone shattered a potted plant. Yeah. It's weird.
Ooh, maybe Merle's making a chemical bomb down here. I heard you can use potting soil to make a chemical bomb.
Probably weed. Have you seen him? He looks like he was a hippie in the 60s.
That'd be funny if he just broke one of his weed plants down here.
It doesn't have the smell of marijuana. Actually,
How do you know what pot smells like?
Yeah. It doesn't have the smell of marijuana at all.
there's lots of people who smoke here. You get used to the smell, especially on game nights.
Pretty much all of us smoke marijuana here in this town.
Well, except for
and pretty much all of us know what it smells like.
You're a really bad liar.
Yeah. He rolled a deception check. He failed. It was really bad. Yeah. It doesn't take long. You guys continue a few more steps. You round the corner. There's a brick on the ground, just laying there with some broken off mortar, like right there when you round the corner. You start looking up. You follow your way. You see the wall. The wall has, towards the base of the wall, there's just a broken out piece. You can see a hole going into the dirt there. Looks like something erupted out of it.
Moles usually aren't strong enough to dig into brick like this, or push brick. That's weird. I'll go over to the brick and kind of kick at it lightly with my shoe. Shoe, because we're in a store. Trying to turn it over to see if it looks different on different sides.
The brick?
Yeah.
Yeah, one side's different than the other. One side's meant to face outward. One side's just, plain.
Does it look like it's like little claw marks, little teeth marks on it, or is it just kind of like it was more like it just went dunk?
The side that you can tell by looking at the wall, the side that's not the patterned side that's for the inside of the wall, it looks like crushed a little bit, a little powdered. Looks like something hit it from the other side.
Someone
It's
poked
almost-
this out.
It could have been a small foundation shift, tectonic plates moving, something like that. Something that forced it out. Boop.
You'll hear the door creak open. And it'll close.
It's dark and oh, that's intended. Sneaky time. Got it.
The door that we came from?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
You hear it open and shut.
Hey, you're new. I don't want you to get in trouble. I'll distract them. Hold on. I have to. Where's the wall? There's the wall. Okay, and then I just stepped. Sorry, didn't mean to step on your toe. Sorry. Hold on. And I'll slowly start picking my way back toward the door.
What if this
Kind of
wall
feeling
is,
my way.
What if this wall is like a Stargate and all we have to do is dig through and then it'll make us spill over to another dimension like some kind of Alice in Wonderland situation?
It's not one of you experts.
All three of you are sitting alone in the dark with this mystery hole. The door slams shut. And I think that's a good spot for us to take our break. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. We'll be right back after like a loose 10. So hang tight and we'll be right back. everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Cthulhu Awakens. I'm still Jahan and I'm still the Game Master.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of every single Twitch stream, and I'll be playing Benjamin Spitzkowitz, aka Spitz.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, variety video game and tabletop role game Twitch streamer, and I'm returning as Annette Marindale.
The Lady of Melons.
Howdy, folks. I am Jonesy. I am the VTT product manager for Green One Publishing, and tonight I'll be playing Zachary Morris, aka Zach, our troublemaker who's leading these two into questionable locations. So, yeah.
Yes, the three of you descended into the basement of the game store in search of more strange antiquities and possibly more books. And you have found disturbed soil and a broken wall leading into the ground. While investigating this, the door above leading into the basement opened and shut. Annette has rounded the corner to go investigate this in the dark. Ooh, spooky. And that's where we pick up. What you doing, Annette?
Annette's very carefully, keeping one hand to a wall and just so she's oriented, because she's wandering around in the dark. But she's somewhat familiar with doing this when the back at her house. Sometimes when the basement lights off, or the power goes off, she has to do this. So she's slowly making her way back toward the door in hopes of intercepting probably Mr. Merle, so the others don't get in trouble and she can kind of cover for them.
You make it
That's her
all
thought
the
process.
way to the base of the stairs. No light is turned on by Mr. Merle. You don't see anything. You don't hear the stairs creak. Nothing.
I am
I'll look.
hiding.
I'll pick my. Oh, sorry.
I dashed the light block on the flashlight.
Hello? I say up into the stairway and kind of looking to see if there's any light coming from the doorway, like anything leaking around it.
There's a little bit. Just a little bit.
Any person or silhouette I see up there?
You see no silhouette. Stairwell
How
appears
did-
to be empty.
I'll kind of go to the pole chain and... Oh, darn it. I'll grab like a box and pull it over so I can get to it easier.
It clicks on. You're alone in the stairwell. The two of you down in the basement, you see the light spill into the basement a little bit. It's not very bright. It's a pretty weak bulb. As it's on, it starts to fray out a little bit.
No one else is down here with me?
Just the
I
three of
kind
you.
of look around.
You're all by yourself.
I click it off. And actually, before I click it off, I'd stare at the stairwell for an extra beat longer, just wondering, and pretty sure I heard something. Click. And she actually spends a moment dreaming that the light is now a flower, and then waits expectantly for that to happen. And when it doesn't, she realizes she's awake, and then she'll slowly start making her way back.
You left the light off.
Yeah, I would click it back off, yeah. Because we're in sneaky mode. No one came down. I didn't see anyone in the downstairs room or the stairs, but the door's closed. Everyone else, you two heard that too, right?
Yeah.
Should we head up? Maybe no one noticed we're here. Oh, they may have locked the door. That'd be unfortunate. Not all basement doors have locks, though, so... You could probably turn your flashback on Mr. Morris.
Yeah, so I'll uncover the flashlight so we have a little light again.
As you do so, looking behind Zachary Spitz, you can see something sort of shimmer in the hole in the wall.
I know this is going to sound unbelievable because I say a lot of things that can be questionable, but I'm pretty sure I just saw a lizard man in that hole down there. Something. I saw something down there. Probably lizardmen, because lizardmen live underground. You see the Greys and some of the other ones, they live in space or even underwater. They could be UFOs, that's unidentified submergible objects. They're probably underwater, not in space, or else NASA would have a better sight of them by now. But whatever that was underground. Mole men are a complete myth. Mole men are stupid and no one should believe in them. But lizard folk, okay, they've been said to live among us and perhaps even shapeshift. And they say if you ask a lizard man to his face, are you a lizard man? They can't lie. And they'll have to tell you yes or turn back into a lizard. All that
Are
to
you
say
a lizard man?
No. God, no.
Okay.
All that to say I saw something in that hole.
Shine your light back over there, Zachary. You'll see it reflect off of two shiny little orbs that'll blink and then disappear into the hole. There's definitely something over there.
Or it's rats.
Oh, it might be rats. Rats like basements.
If it was a giant fucking rat. But yeah, could
If
have
it
been.
was a really, really big rat.
They're really big eyes, yeah, but definitely could have been a rat. You're not wrong. That is what a rational person would think. For sure.
Let's just cut it right down the middle. And if it's not a lizard man and it's bigger than a rat, maybe it's a Skaven. Those are rat folk from the Warhammer fantasy universe. I'll fill you in on it later. However, I'm thinking this could be a Skaven, this could be a rat man, this could be a rat folk.
The door will open. Again.
Not a trooper.
You'll hear the stairs creak. And you'll hear thunk, 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 thunk.
I cover the light and I duck behind boxes.
I start heading back again. Like, in the dark, very confused. Like, I know I'm hearing footsteps now. There has to be somebody down here.
Go around the corner towards the stairs. You'll hear something hit the ground like a sack of potatoes in front of you. You'll look down. You will see Weston lying on the floor, his head slightly bloodied.
Weston! And she'll rush over to the light to get it on.
You'll turn towards where the light is. You'll see something shine in the dark. Right in front of you. There's something on the stairs. But it's hard to make out what it is.
Click. I'm like I'm not. Normally I'd be looking up at the light to make sure I'm grabbing it properly. But now it's more of I'm staring at the thing that's in the dark as I flick the light. 'Cause I'm half worried it's like a coyote or
You'll
something like
flick
that. It's
the
like,
light
oh, I need
on.
to...
Go ahead and make a willpower courage test, please.
Ow,
sir.
ow, 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 ow.
Ma'am.
Chupacabra.
1 second.
I whisper to Zach.
There we go. We're okay. Willpower, you say. Yeah, the
Willpower
boy's
courage.
hiding in the dark behind me. Willpower 16.
You do pass this alienation test.
Dun dun dun.
Which is good. Before you see a strange little, like, hobbit-sized creature. Looks kind of like a Schmeagle. with rows of razor-sharp teeth huddled on the stairwell. A terrifying little boogin sitting there. It looks like it's starved. You can see its ribs heaving up and down as it breathes heavily. It's constantly moving back and forth. It almost seems blurry to look at dead on. Its feet kind of look, and hands kind of look like that of dinosaurs. And it has hairs going up and down its back and arms and legs, but it's not completely covered in hair. It's gray, and its eyes are solid black with no lids that you can see. No nose either, just 2 slits in the front of its nose.
Have I ever heard of a creature like this before, or read about something like this before?
I mean, creatures like it, sure. You know.
Yes, 100%. I would have shown you the Puerto Rican goat-sucking chupacabra 1,000,000 times already in my books.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a chupacabra. But also, you know, it looks like any standard imp, or, you know, it doesn't look like anything too extravagant. It looks like just a monster. It looks like if you said the word monster, there it is. It shies away from the light, and it looks down at Weston and sort of reaches for him.
Hey, no, bad.
It hisses at you. It's going to lunge at you.
No, bad. Stop.
What's your defense?
20.
Oh shit, really?
No, it's 12.
Okay. I was like, damn.
It's 20 in her dreams, okay? Actually, there's a specific way defense is done in dreams. That's different. Still isn't 20.
It's going to lunge at you, mouth first, mouth agape. It bites down, dealing 6 damage to you. Jaws seeking in deep. You hear it make kind of a suckling noise as it drinks the blood that's in its mouth from the bite.
Ah! Help! Help!
As you step back, it stands over Weston and seems like it wants to grab for him. You hear Annette scream.
Yeah, I will interject. If I have enough time and I have enough movement, I'll go stand in between this chupacabra and Weston.
You run around the corner. You come up behind Annette. The chupacabra's on the other side of her. As soon as you see this thing, you need to make a willpower courage check. Gary, you have been booned.
Hell yeah. I'm going to save that boon. That's a 15 with 4 stunty boys.
That is a pass.
I want to use my stunty boys. Let's see. What am I trying to do? Get in between?
This is an
Can I add...
alienation test.
Oh, yeah. Maybe stunty boys don't apply. That's a good point. Because it was reactive.
Yeah, I don't think alienation tests use stunt points.
Generally not.
Yeah.
It's a save,
Now-
essentially.
Yeah, if you fail an alienation test, you can basically get stunt points, kind of like bond points, which they can use to trigger specific stunts. You also get the same kind of points, but the GM can use them for the dark side of the stunt table for alienation.
Cool.
If he fails, that's funny.
Yep. And then yeah. And every time you succeed on an alienation test, the modifier for your next test goes up by 1.
It becomes more difficult.
Ah.
That's funny.
Yes, because
The more you run
eventually,
into the unknown.
eventually you will fail it, and when you refail it, then it resets to the normal difficulty. But
Good. All right, so you do pass. So that's a free action. Nothing that didn't take any time for you. You have your full turn. So you see this thing. You're shocked. It's an unearthly being before you. It makes you question everything about reality. But you being sort of a weirdo anyways, you are able to accept it in stride. Children are also able to accept these kinds of things pretty easily. So you are able to act.
Go back to your mothership. We have no time for you here. We want to see your leader. I'm shouting at it as I'm like walking over and standing in between the creature and Weston. This is just all bravery. I'm not trying to make an attack. I'm just trying to get in between. No one else gets hurt today.
It kind of sounds like you're trying to maybe scare it off. Go ahead and give a communication intimidation check. Maybe you can freak it out.
Rolled a 14 with 4 stunt points if it's a success.
It is a success. Go ahead and give me those stunties. For probably a social stunt.
104.
Thank you, Corbin. Yeah.
All of you have been
will-
booned as well, just so you know. Josie, we use boons and dooms. The players or the viewers can grant you, so you can use your boon for pretty much whatever you want, to add to a roll, to re-roll a dice, that kind of thing. So
cool.
I'll have to look at the stunts for communication stunts and let you know, but probably something in line with whatever I'm doing, just to distract or add defense or something along those lines.
Okay.
It's not that I don't necessarily need to do it faster. I just kind of want to do it better.
yeah, take a look. The creature does back away from Weston, though. It does seem like you scared him off of what appeared to be his intended prey. After that, Zachary, you hear the scream.
If I have enough movement, I'd like to go over, grab up the brick.
The brick
and
is
make-
right there. It's pretty much on your way.
and then make it on over so I can help. You know, because I heard the screams and I heard the.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me your alienation, willpower, courage check. 14
that
is
is a
indeed
14.
a pass. So you are unaffected by this entity as well. All three of you. This creature is scary, but it's not unbelievably scary. All of you are able to incorporate it into your belief systems. You accept it. You have this brick in hand. You round the corner. What is it you do?
I would like to throw the brick at the said creature.
Please do.
So that's going to be a. Should probably be accuracy, I guess.
Yeah, accuracy. Yeah.
I don't have a focus that would apply because it's a random ass weapon.
Damn,
but I got
17. That's a hit.
17.
That's a hit, baby. Let's see. This is gonna be. I'm looking at the damages. I'll give you a D6. Seems alright.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds about right. Punch would be a D3, and unless you're trained or something.
Yeah, brick's better than a punch, so yeah. D6 plus your perception. Just like a gun.
Range attack.
So 4 points.
4 points of
Nice.
damage. This is not bad. You clank this thing with a brick, marring it slightly. You scuff it a bit. It recoils from the attack. Doesn't seem to be like terribly wounded or anything, but it doesn't like having bricks thrown at it, and it's also scared by your buddy Spitz over here, yelling at it. It is going to... It's going to leap over a net, which it can jump very high. It clears the net easily, ignoring all obstacles in its way, and it is going to drop kick Zachary. What is
Those
your
WCW moves that the kids.
I have a defense of 13. So
it kicks you with both its feet right in the chest. It is not going to feel great, but I did not get stun points, so be happy. Still, though, it knocks you on your ass for 9 damage.
Ow.
That is quite a bit of pain that it deals to you. Yeah, that hurt. After that, Annette, you watch this thing jump over you. You hear behind you. You
might
are
even hear a little
bleeding a
crack.
little bit. Yeah, you might hear a crack. Yeah.
Is Weston unmoving on the ground?
Yes. Seemingly unconscious. Or dead.
She yells, "We need to get upstairs. We need to get we need to get him, Mr. Merle." And she's gonna start running up the stairs as fast as she can, yelling, "Merle, Mr. Merle, help!"
You're gonna go get an adult. That's fair. That's fair. That's a novel approach. I like it. You run up the stairs calling for help.
What am I to do? I've never gotten into a fist fight before. I
a-
fight over the board.
You're in a
I
building
want this
full
to
of
play
people.
chess.
There's no reason not to get help.
Yeah.
Hey, you run upstairs. Mr. Merle, help.
Do I get up there? Well, with the amount of speed I have, do I get enough time? Do I have to dash to get the whole way up, or do I have enough?
To get up the stairs
to-
in one turn, yeah, you have the dash.
Yeah, she'll dash.
But you can get through the door though, pretty much on one turn. Boom! Annette hauls ass, and then little Mr. Spitz is going to, having secured Weston's safety.
Yeah, I figured out what I want to use my stunty boys for.
Oh yeah.
I would like to pay attention, social stunt. Your interaction reveals information about your target above and beyond what you even might have been looking for. If you're pursuing an investigation, you gain an additional lead. Yeah, I kind of just want to pick up a little bit more about this creature.
Okay. So the things that you notice, you definitely scared it away from Weston specifically. It wanted Weston specifically. It's definitely has the same eyes you saw in the hole earlier, so you're pretty sure that there's more than one of these things. You think Zach might be dead from that kick. And this thing seems mostly unhurt. That brick kind of hurt. You don't think that you can handle this thing. At least
Good,
not,
hopefully,
not as presently.
Hopefully Merle comes to our rescue.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it's your turn.
Oh. I want to look around. There was cosplay stuff here.
There is.
Is there a sword in here?
Yeah, there's like an old, like, Renaissance sword down here. Yeah,
I'm going to swing it. I'm going to pick up a sword and swing it at this
Go
thing.
grab an old
any...
rusty sword. Yeah, sure. There's a shitty sword down here for sure.
I don't even have strength or any reason to do this.
Yeah, go grab it.
it's a special quality. Shitty.
Yeah, special quality shit sword. Yep.
Shit sword. Oh, good.
That's for a different LARP.
Yeah, this is gonna be fight. You're gonna make a fighting roll.
Fighting. Good. I love this.
Sword if you have it, which you don't.
No, I actually have -1 to fighting, believe it or not. It's my worst
Swing.
my worst ability. So I'm just swinging a sword at this thing. Clearly, this is also a prop sword, right? It's not a real sword. It might
It's
even be a
not
foam
real-
sword.
It's not a real sword. No.
And when I
It's-
hit this thing, I'm so very limp-wristed. My form's so bad that it probably hurts my elbow more than it hurts anyone else. Except if anyone watched me do it, then they would be in terrible, embarrassing pain.
hitting it is a generous thought, but you definitely go ha, 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 and swing it around as a little kid swings a play sword around and do very badly. It doesn't even really look at you. It's looking down at Zachary that's hurt. It's looking around at all the commotion as well, because there's a lot going on all of a sudden. Zachary, it's your turn.
Zachary would like to try to upstairs.
You're gonna haul ass upstairs?
Yes.
You're like, oh, that sucked. I'm out of here.
Well, Zachary does have a paintball gun in his backpack, which is upstairs.
Upstairs.
Because,
Why would you bring it downstairs?
why would I bring it downstairs?
I
'Cause,
mean,
you
that's a
know.
good point. Why would you bring it downstairs? Hey, man, the reveals are always the hard part. No one's ready for them.
So,
Yeah, my dreams yelling bad usually works.
Yeah, you run all the way up the stairs. You're right on Annette's heels, pretty much. This thing looks around, sees Spitz swinging the sword. It's going to lunge and bite at Spitz, who is right
Oh no!
next to it. What's your defense, Spitz?
Also a 12.
Squishies.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can do when I get stunt points.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Probably has preferred. Bet it has preferred attacks, preferred stuns. Might not. Some not all creatures do.
I didn't see any.
Yeah, no. So
Stunts. General stunts.
which is not major stunts. That's different. And there's admiral stunts.
Yep. I like private stunts. You can't do them in front of other people.
There's public stunts. So waiting on that U.S. Navy book from Green Ronin. That's called Modern.
All right. Make a Constitution Stamina test.
That's probably super high for you.
Yeah, it sure is. Constitution's my
Nice.
next highest one.
Okay. That's fun.
Oh, that was a... I don't know if you know, that's a 7, by the way.
Take 1 damage. So
Okay, that's not bad at all.
I didn't roll very high on the damage. You are knocked unconscious.
What? Oh no!
Yep, that's one of the stunts in there. Is knockout. You're knocked unconscious. Ooh. So that means no one knows what's going down in the basement anymore because no one's here or awake. Which is very exciting for me. Alright. So, the two of you run upstairs, screaming for help. Merle comes over.
Help! Help! There's a wild animal downstairs. It bit me and it attacked him and please help!
Yeah, both of you look kind of like shit. Merle runs over at the commotion. I mean, you guys sound panicked, and he is an adult that's in charge of you guys, so he does come over with urgency. What the hell are you kids doing in the basement? He pushes past all the stuff, opens up the door, runs down the stairs, looks around. I assume the two of you are right behind. Spitz, you're coming too, right about now.
actually looking for a first aid kit because I got bit and I could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Think it had rabies.
Oh no. You're right.
Merle's looking around. Merle goes over to Spitz. Helps him up. And try not to move too much. The hell were the three of you doing down here?
Four of us.
Now he looks around. Where's the other one?
He was on the floor over there. Ow! Dang it! I got the kit, but
I turn and look like towards the room with the bricks. Does it look like someone was dragged through all the dirt and mud that was in this little hallway?
Yeah, probably.
I think they took him through the Stargate.
it's this thing with like lots of like carnivorous looking teeth, and it didn't like light very much. I don't know what it was. I've never seen a creature like that in town before.
The scene will end there. The next scene will open up. There will be police at the store. Parents will be coming to pick up their kids. There'll be two parents. Mr. and Mrs. Huber, Weston's parents, will be distraught outside talking to the police officer and Merle. He'll also be looking pretty upset. The three of you have been tended to by the paramedics. Your parents are also there. Annette. And your mom is there. Zach. Your dad is not there. Spitz.
No, I was thinking I might try to cut out the back door as everyone's getting interviewed and tended to. I might try to disappear. I might try to slip away if you're okay with it.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's really not hard in this instance. It's not like the FBI is here, and there's lots of kids. There's lots of chaos. It's pretty easy for a kid to sneak off. You're not exactly a person of interest. But yeah, the night sort of goes on like that. What's going on in it?
I was just wondering if the paramedics had. I imagine with the paramedics' help, we would probably heal full because they could do like 8 plus 5, like because if they have a lot of time to sit there,
they're gonna heal you up. You'll be okay after this. You'll have some marks, but
she'll ask. She'll talk to her parents about like maybe I should get tested for rabies. I got bit by this creature. I don't know what it was, and she'll try to describe it to the paramedics because she'll be like, well, you need to know what bit me. So I don't know the creatures around town. So maybe. It looks like this. It looks like that. Bit me right there. It really hurt. Maybe it's a weird looking dog. I don't know. No dog I've ever seen.
Yeah, the word on the street will be, hysteria. Y'all don't know what you saw. PTSD kind of stuff. The usual boilerplate. Of course, it wasn't a monster kind of thing.
It was probably just a possum with rabies got in the basement. One time it happened to my brother, Jed.
Yeah, pretty much. Carried off a little boy and everything. But yeah. Do any of you do anything in between the time of the basement and the interviews? Is there anything you want to attempt with the game store in particular during this chaotic period?
I'd probably try to draw and note down everything that I saw because I'm gonna want to look up what this was later because like I know a lot. I'm very smart. I have no idea what that was.
Yeah.
I want to know what it is later. She'll do her best to kind of write it out, which that will be stuff she'll show to people later and be like, that's not a thing. Like I know what I wrote down. I know what dreams are.
Jonesy, if you don't try to get the book back, I'm going to get the book back.
Yep.
do you want it? You can have it if you want it.
Yeah, I will. Actually, let me. Yeah, I do want to try to snag the book back.
I had a feeling that one of y'all might try during this period. That's why I wanted to present the opportunity. go ahead and give me a dexterity stealth. 15. 15 is not bad. All the chaos going on, people coming in and out, the hysterics, the heightened emotional state of everybody. It is not that hard to go walk behind the counter, take something.
Bag.
You slip in, you take the book, you slip out. It is yours. Congratulations. When you have the book in hand, feels right. Feels good. Feels like it was meant to be. The three
That shit going on.
the three of you are carried to your separate corners of the world. At the end of this Friday night, it is at this point early morning, probably sun's starting to come up when all of you are at your final places, and the day ends. The next day is a Saturday. A lot happened the night before. Your sort of inciting event has taken place. And from there, I need to know, what do you want to do? What are you thinking? Are you guys going to meet up? Are you guys going to investigate things separately? Are you guys going to become serial killers? What's your plan? I don't want you to do the last one.
Damn, I was going to say I didn't know we were allowed to do a murder hobo kids on bikes campaign.
You can do whatever you want. Can't really stop you.
The first ever kids on bikes murder hobo campaign. Let's go.
I know it's the first.
There's no way it's the first.
That's fair.
No way.
Gamers be gamers. Annette, after being checked and her parents making sure she's okay and she didn't get sick from anything, so she'll probably see a doctor at some point or get an appointment set up through her parents, and she'll, since she's fully healed, 'cause the paramedics will put her to full health, so she's actually fine. She'll probably go to the library and look things up on her own, which I know that. Spitz would know that's something I would do. Like if I ever run into anything I don't know, I hate not knowing things. It irritates me. It makes me grumpy. So I'll go. I'm sure as Rain, going to the library to look up what attacked us.
It's a great spot for us to meet up, just in the happenstance that Spitz doesn't have internet at his place because it's too far out of town. So I go to the library to use internet to get on the AOL chat rooms to talk to the other cryptozoologists to figure out what they saw last night. So I am also there investigating in my own way, talking to all of the alternative scientists, if you will.
The real scientists, you mean?
On AOL.
I can imagine crossing paths with Zach on the way to the library just out of sheer chance. If you wanted to meet up at the library, or if your character wanted to do something else.
Well, the first thing
Oh, go ahead.
The first thing he's going to do is actually go through his brother's heavy metal collection, and because they tend to have lots of weird, creepy, occult stuff, and he's going to be trying to look for like anything that kind of resembles. He's not going to find anything, but he's going to try to look for anything that kind of like and look kind of like Eddie from Iron Maiden, but not really, and just.
That's kind of look like him.
And so that's kind of where he's going to be trying to, start with. It's not going to be. It's going to be a dead end. But that was his first.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Maybe one of them's the real thing. You had an occult record the whole time.
That weird band from Arkham. Yeah.
Yeah, really into fish people. It's very nautical. I don't know. That could work. Damn it.
We're doing Innsmouth.
Everyone gargle for me. Yeah. Every concert there smells like a fishery. It's part of the aesthetic, man.
So
that's going to be what he's going to start with.
gonna start with that.
I mean, I would assume because of school and stuff, the other two have his phone number, but he's not going to think to go to the library because, well, he's not a nerd. So.
Yeah.
Do any of you think to call Zachary?
Yeah, I was as a kid, I was a weird kid. I didn't like to call people. I just ride my bike to their house. So probably when you wake up, you probably wake up to me knocking on your bedroom window. I'm probably there too early for you.
That's fine. Yeah.
Knock knock Zach. Knock 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 Zach. Knock Zach. Knock 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 Zach. Knock 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 Zach. Knock Zach Zach Zach. Knock knock knock.
Gonna wake up the whole house.
I'm gonna open your window and crawl. Do you have a first story room or second story room?
I think by default, I have to have a second story room. It's not like the rule.
It's a rule of the 90s. It just has to be.
Right.
You have to climb up to get into the bedroom window.
Yeah, I had to climb up the lattice and then climb across. Oh, and I probably broke the lattice too, climbing up, because I am not. Yeah, so now you have a broken lattice on the side of your house. But I did make it up stealthy enough. And after knocking on your window, I slide it open and then roll into your bedroom. Hey, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I've been talking to people all night. I've been pouring through books. I think we really have a chupacabra, and the reason it didn't get us is because we're not goats. And you see, these are goat-sucking, blood-sucking monsters. We need to go. I need to go to the library to investigate further. You see, the chance that this is some kind of unknown creature gets stronger by the second. Anyways, put your pants on, grab a shirt, let's go. And if I know Annette, she's already there, and she's already investigating probably whatever diseases she got from that bite.
That too, actually.
It's way too early for this.
The town where everyone wakes up at the crack of dawn. This is hell.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna grab my book bag and stuff.
Excellent.
Grab an extra.
By the way, this was a really good album. I give you back Rust in Peace.
Yeah.
He stole something.
Little
Right?
thief.
That's funny. The three of you all meet up at the library after all of this. Annette has probably been there for a little while. The two of you show up at the Blackburn County Library, which is part of the center of town sort of government building area. It's within sight. It's within sight of the Black Rock that sits at the town square. And yeah, it's an old building. It burnt down once a long time ago, but it was rebuilt, same spot, a lot of the same architecture still, also rebuilt a long time ago. And here it is. You walk up the steps. It has a owl statue right in the middle of the steps when you get up to the thing, and then you walk to either side of it to get to the doors. It's an old, dark wood building. And you go inside, sort of dimly lit in the atrium. There is a round desk with an older woman sitting behind it. Her hair pulled back. She has a stern face, classic librarian glasses, and a cardigan. And she looks at you, already kind of pre-shushing you with her face.
Hello, Frances! I yell at her as we walk by. Shh. This is a new guy. He's my new friend. He's going to need to get set up with a library card.
Okay, well, you're going to need to fill out this form, young man.
His name is Dave.
You're cutting out.
You cut out way hard on that.
His name is Dave Mustaine.
Dave Mustaine?
Yeah, Dave, right here. Mustaine, Mustaine, right here. Yep.
band's this guy from?
Megadeth.
Okay. Excellent. Well, you're gonna have to fill out this form, and you can get yourself a library card. She gives you a piece of paper to fill out. Pretty boilerplate. You don't actually have to fill it out like in real life. Just, say if you did it truthfully or not, or at all, and then you get your card.
No, he fills it out.
With
This
your-
is more like,
with your real information.
yeah, more for the fact that he's just, if it gets back to his dad, he's on his.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Now,
Having a fake
that's an
library
extra
card is
headache you don't need.
Kind of weird, yeah. All right, so she'll look at it, she'll file it away, she'll give you a library card, and boom, you're done.
It's
You're
so
in.
weird that you used a fake name, Dave.
She'll glare at you. She'll rip open her card again with a Megadeth. Fucking no, I'm just kidding.
Any books about chupacabras? I say before we leave her presence. I know she loves me coming in here.
She'll. Yes, I'll find you what you're looking for. She'll start flipping through the card catalog. But you'll find Annette sitting in one of the study areas.
Could I have a roll as a sort of flashback moment of communication to try to establish the librarian as a friendly contact?
Yeah.
Difficulties affected if she is of a very different origin than me, or social class. So if she's middle class and urbanite, then it's a pretty easy roll. The further away that is, the more unlikely it is that we can relate.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
You know what? I'll use my
Your boon.
boon. I'll re-roll the stunt die, because why not? I need a d6.
Was that an 11?
That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That is a 10. I can't count.
Yep.
And this would create her as a permanent contact for you?
She would be friendly to me. She's because she'd be neutral or better, and she's moved one step better to that because we were friendly with each other. Either I like that we know, like she may know my parents. She may have heard of me in a chess club or something like that.
Yeah, it's not a terrible role, and you're such a dork. She probably is friendly towards you. That's probably fine. I think that's okay.
Because when you find Annette, that's probably there's some of the books Annette found that she knew, and then there's some other books that the librarian pointed out to her. It's like so some of them are like disease books and stuff like that, and it's all piled up. And you can see Annette kind of jotting stuff down, looking at a book, jotting stuff down.
The three of you together with your stacks of books.
Hi. Oh, hi. Sorry. Are you two feeling okay from last night? That was really scary.
Better than ever. I haven't slept a wink.
I haven't either, but
Still a
I
little
really
small.
wanted to know what these were. Yeah, they were able to get something for that? Like, they didn't crack anything, did it?
Not quite. Said it
Oh,
was
that's
really
good.
bruised.
Ooh, yeah.
He lifts up
Apparently
his
I have
shirt.
little scars.
Lifts up his shirt. He's got a big bruise on his chest.
She looks away when you do that, like,
I know you're used to getting shot by paintballs, but holy mess. That's a big one.
Yeah. A lot harder than any people I've ever been by.
That was a hell of a kick.
paintball the size of a dog.
Anything but the metric system, huh? What do the three of you want to do here at the library? Are you researching anything in particular? Are you whipping out the journal? Are you tickling each other?
I'm comparing my notes and what I remember with looking at various mythological creatures and seeing like which one this is, because that's not a dog. I'm fairly certain no dog looks like that. I'm fairly certain no coyote looks like that. And then I'm thinking, well, once I figure out what the occultic look of it is, I might be able to trace back to what real animal it is, because it looks weird. I can't think what it actually is. Maybe it's a weird possum, like Old Man Jed said. That's a weird looking possum, so she's trying to look up that way, because she's coming at it from a mystical point of view, because that makes more sense to her.
Go ahead and give me a research roll.
Could I pitch occultism intelligence?
Yeah.
And because I have a bookworm talent, I get +1 to this test because it's one of the 2 focuses I attach to it. So that's not 16, that is 17.
It's pretty good. Yeah, you do a deep dive. You actually start finding some pretty relevant books. Creatures like this, yeah, you see things like this in Native American folklore. You do see things like this coming up. Chupacabra is one of the things that's sort of reminiscent of this, but the thing that keeps coming up, it was humanoid. And you start seeing things like proto-human, pre-human, possibly a parallel human species. Which is weird. It's a strange thing, but it's matching what you were seeing. It was an intelligent creature that moved on 2 legs and also acted beastly. It was some strange, almost unevolved little person. Didn't seem like an animal. And the more you research it, the more that you see that there is precedent for this in history and in occultism. Creatures like this are thought to either live underground or even in other worlds.
For my stunt point, I'll give a +1 roll to I'll give it to Zach for his next test, as I'm as I'm talking stuff out, and I'm like, because once I get on a roll, I start explaining. I found it. So it's this book there, and it's also this sort of. It's not that, we can put that away, but it matches everything we saw. I mean, it doesn't say anything about drop kicking or biting people or attacking kids per se, but it's in the books. It's real. Well, I don't know what animal it is, but it's talked about in occultism, and most occultism usually derives itself from real animals. So this may be some strange cryptozoological creature that people haven't discovered for a while, and we actually nearly got eaten by it. And yeah,
bet this thing has 100 different names through time. What you've given me is priceless. I turn and start clacking away on an AOL chat room.
Or it's a redneck inbred family from, Hills of Ice.
That's true. Yeah.
The other question.
A lot of that in Cthulhu lore too.
Is it? The other question is it in the other book? And that Zachary opens up his book bag and pulls out the tome from last night.
Is it in there? Aha.
And we'll lay the book on the table.
You start reading.
I'm going to leave this for you, and I'm going to go head over to card catalog, the 90s. We know how to use those, and see if I can find any books about local families or local history, because I want to know more about that. It seemed to have been attacking the one kid, so I want to see if I can find more about his family.
Weston, yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take the book and I run across the library to the copier and just start copying every single page of this book.
Oh, it's 10 cents a
Actually,
page.
I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm gonna make 3 copies of each page. That way, each of us have our own book we can take home and study.
wait, 90's like a nickel a page. I'm wrong.
Yeah, it would have been pretty cheap in the mid
Technically,
'90s.
you
Yeah.
only have to make 2 copies of each page.
Oh, then someone keeps the original. That's true. I'm not gonna keep the original. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make 2 copies. It'll keep it cost effective.
You start copying pages.
As they're coming out, I'll take small stacks back over to Annette so she can keep reading, keep doing her research.
You'll start checking it out. Yeah, you'll be looking through these pages that your friend is copying out of this book. And they're coming through okay. The copies are okay. It's a lot of it. The book itself seems to have been some sort of pre-existing text that's been note scribbled a lot all over. It looks like maybe an old game book or something. You're not really sure what it is, but the notes in the margins are really what's telling the story here. There's a name in the front of the book, though, seeming to be the owner. His name is Finley Moss. Seems to be the author of this journal. Once upon a time. And yeah, you're looking through, you're trying to find a picture of this thing in here or some mention of it to see if it's in this book as well. You think to look at the pages that you were transcribing last night, that you wrote phonetically. And you do see sort of a shitty drawing of what could be this thing near those words.
Then I'll sketch it. I'll do a similar sketch of it in my book next to the words.
Next to the phonetic words.
Question marks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Circle.
Excellent. Give me a... Just give me another intelligence occult check. 17? 18. Okay. Yeah, so it's next to the words that you wrote phonetically. Those are the words that Weston was speaking.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you will recall about last night. And sometimes...
Maybe this is some sort of...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He might have... With your occult knowledge, it is possible that maybe that is why this thing was after him. Maybe he called it to him. Or maybe the words pissed the thing off. You're not sure. They could be related. They could be unrelated. It's hard to tell.
Did you see anything special about Weston's family?
You find a book on old histories and genealogies of the town. That's a good place to actually look for a lot of stuff here. This is an old town. There's a lot of old families here. So you do find a whole section with lots of books in it related to that subject. And you'll pull one that is a history of prominent families of Blackburn. You'll start thumbing through it. It has things like past mayor's families, the founders' families, and that sort of thing. Weston's not mentioned. Weston and his family are not mentioned in this book. But you start seeing some of the ties that bind around here. And it's definitely illuminating, and it could potentially have effects in the future here. And it seems like you guys are starting to build a tapestry here. You guys are starting to get a foundation of knowledge in this investigation. You guys are starting to get some feet under you. This town's weird. This town's weird. You found a magic book, and then a monster attacked you. Strange stuff's going on. In order to find out what else is going on, though, we're gonna have to tune in next week, because I think we're gonna have to call it there for tonight. And I hope that you had fun, because I had fun, and that was cool. So, hey everybody, thank you for watching this episode of Fresh Out the Box, Cthulhu Awakens from Green Ronin Publishing. Don't forget, you can buy this book at greenroninstore.com. Use code FreshOutTheBox at checkout to get a discount and help the channel out at the same time. I've been the Board Game Guru, Game Master Extraordinaire, Jahan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box. I had fun. Thanks, Jahan. That was a blast. I like this character already. I like this adventure already. The time frame's fun, and it's real nostalgic. I like playing with y'all. It's been fun. I used to do stuff on my own and stream, but now I'm pretty much busy doing busy stuff all the time. So I guess you guys could download the stream or the app that my radio station has. Download Taos 420 Radio for free in the App Store. Listen to me every morning from 6 to 10. Why not? All right, thanks. I'll see you guys next week.
I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can see various things I do over on, I announce stuff on Blue Sky. Of course, I also have over on Twitch under Corbinian. You can see the various TTRPGs I play and run. I'm running more than playing these days, which is good to play. And I do appreciate the one time, this is probably the first age game where I was like, I have zero interest in standing and fighting. I'm going to run for help. It's like, nope, I'm scared. That was very scary. I'm like 10 years old, and I'm being bitten by a thing my size. No thanks. So yeah, fun times, and hopefully we don't lose our minds looking into the weird thing, because if it comes to anything Cthulhian, it's this is probably the least terrible thing we're gonna run into.
Thanks for watching tonight. I appreciate it. I am Jonesy, and we've got Cthulhu stuff on Roll20 as well as on the store, as was mentioned. So definitely check it out if you are interested. Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. Good night and stay fresh.